What's up, guys? It's Canaan. So this video has gotten like three different changes as far as the topic goes in the last couple of hours, really. So originally this was going to be a RWBY Volume 9 hype video because of the news about Volume 9 news at RTX. And then I completely forgot about saying that, and then I did a poll. And one of the options was me and Jess going over our favorite RWBY characters. And then I realized that we've technically already done that video. We did a video about a year ago, probably a little over a year ago now. I think it was before Volume 8, where we went over our top 5 favorite characters in a video called Our Favorite Things in RWBY. We went over characters, volumes, songs, semblances, weapons, all that. So if that's what you were hoping to see, we'll both leave a link to that video in the description, because I rewatched it and our characters are still the same favorite characters that they were in that video, so it would kind of be a waste of time for you guys. So I decided still kind of do a RWBY hype video, even though there's still not enough news about Volume 9 for us to really do that, because we would pretty much be regurgitating ideas we've already talked about in previous videos. And I could tell Jess didn't really feel like recording, because if you've not been following us on Twitter or check the community tab, sadly her mother did pass away last week, and today, which is Sunday, Jess just arrived back. She flew from Cleveland back to Tennessee today, and so she just didn't feel like recording, which I don't blame her, and I wanted to respect that. So you guys just got me. This will be a kind of a podcast style video. I'm going to talk a little bit RWBY Volume 9, talk about a little bit of controversy coming for RTX this year. Just talk about things that have been going on, my new job I'm also going to talk about some very cool video projects that are coming very soon to the channel. I wish I could live stream, that way I could just do this with you guys. But yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard, me being by myself. I don't have Jess to go off of. But so let's talk about RWBY Volume 9 and RTX. Well, actually, speaking of RTX, me and Jess do believe we will be able to go next year. I usually don't fly. I don't like flying. I don't trust flying. I was scared to death Jess flying all by herself. So we may fly. She may convince me to do it, or we may drive. Who knows? But her dad lives in Texas, so I mean, we've had a reason to go there anyway. But so yeah, I know we're still not a very big channel, but if any of you are going to RTX next year and would like to meet us, we'd love to meet you. We will be going to the RWBY panel, of course. I'm sure we'll cosplay, and we'll be taking part in some photo shoots and all that, I'm sure. But that's next year. You know, we got to talk about the current year. And so a couple of days ago, like I think Jess had already left for Cleveland, so it might have been Friday. I think that was the day I saw it, that the official RWBY Twitter, you know, they finally said something about Volume 9. We've been getting, you know, we had the big Ice Queendom announcement, and now people have been wanting to know more about Volume 9, and they pretty much confirmed that yes, we will be getting Volume 9 news at RTX, which, if you ask me, is not really that much of a no-brainer. Volume 9's been in a really long development. It got an extended time of development, and I just would be very shocked if they had nothing at RTX. You know, it's supposed to be a shorter volume, they've said, so it's like, unless they're just really trying to take RWBY to its limits, I don't see why they would not have had any news. I also do think that RWBY Volume 9 is going to air in the fall, just like RWBY normally does. Two reasons. One, as I've already said, I do think that Volume 9 is more or less being finished up. I think the voice acting is more than likely already done for it. They're probably in the animation stage at this point, or maybe getting close to ending it. And another reason is Ice Queendom. Now, even though the first 2 episodes of Ice Queendom have been confirmed to be rehashes of volumes 1 and 2, sorry if I made a noise hitting the pop filter, it's going to be all new content. So it's going to kind of be a new thing. And they're not going to, they're not going to, I guess, sabotage really isn't the right word, but they're not going to hurt the viewings for both Ice Queendom and Volume 9 by airing them together. I know many are wanting them to surprise everyone at RTX with premiering Volume 9. I don't think that's going to happen. It'd be cool if it did, but with Ice Queendom airing this summer, I really think Volume 9's not going to air until the fall. I think right when Ice Queendom ends, Volume 9 will start. But then again, we don't know how many episodes Ice Queendom is going to be. Now, as of right now, me and Jess do plan to react to Ice Queendom. We've got to learn first what what they're going to allow as far as reactions. Will we be able to react to it like normal RWBY, since it is going to be played off of Rooster Teeth's website? Are we going to have to put, are we going to have to hide half the screen and put a timer on? We'll just we need to know before we really give a definitive answer on that. And also, it's kind of funny. Erin posted the other day that she kind of had a cold, and she was trying to get better because she had some AR work to do, and she said Blake didn't need to sound sick. Now, of course, she could be talking about Volume 9, but then again, this late, I think more than likely Volume 9 is done as far as voice acting goes. More than likely, she was talking about Ice Queendom. They're probably doing the dub for Ice Queendom right now, because it literally airs this summer. This is May. The summer is getting very, very close. So yeah, news about Volume 9 at RTX. Who knows what they will really tell us. If they do show a trailer or anything, I'm sure at first it'll only be shown to the people who actually are there. I don't know if it'll be a trailer or if it'll be a sneak peek. But if it's a trailer, it'll be released to the public a couple of days later. Now, they did release a new picture, which will be the thumbnail for this video. And it's pretty much RWBY once again on the island. And it's her looking at the big tree. And we see some of the trees and other plant life that is there. Still not very much, really, besides the first few seconds of episode 1 where she's fighting Neo, and Neo is constantly transforming into other people. Besides that, all we've really seen of Volume 9 is RWBY on the island. So they're being very, very, they're keeping everything really close to themselves as far as Volume 9 goes. And usually when they show this little of anything, and this is anything, a video game, an anime, TV shows, movies, usually when they show this little, and when they do show you new stuff, it's literally the same thing almost, you're in for a ride. So I think Volume 9 is going to be, it might be better than Volume 6. It very well may be what may become the best volume of RWBY. We'll have to see when it airs. But very excited for it. I don't know how reactions are going to go with my new job. Sadly, me and Jess might not get to watch the episode and react to it till later Saturday night. because it seems like I'm rarely off on Saturdays, so we're gonna have to see. But a little bit of controversy. Rooster Teeth is going to be charging for you to watch the streams at RTX this year, where in the past they've always been free. I think free, or maybe free if you were a first member. I don't really remember. Now, the last two RTXs have been digital only, and the year before last, me and Jess did a reaction to it. The one last year, the video player they were using just was not working for me and Jess, so we just did a recap video. But yeah, a lot of people are upset. A few more are upset that, even though you pay to watch the stream, you won't get to see the trailer or a sneak peek or whatever they show. And there've been people fighting on this, for a couple of days. Well, I don't really see much of it now, but I know the day it was announced, I saw a lot of people upset about it. But then again, I'm not on Twitter as much as I used to be. You got one side, he was saying this isn't fair. If we have to pay, we should be allowed to see everything. And you got on the other side, people saying, people who actually go to RTX, they've paid a lot more money to be there. And so it's kind of a special thing that only they get to see. But then again, like I said, if there's a trailer shown, it'll be released to the public a few days later. Me and Jess are going to pay and watch anyway, because, for the channel. But I don't know if it'll be a reaction, because more than likely I'll have to work, so Jess will have to watch it and take notes on what all is shown and what all is said. But either way, we'll have it up when the RWBY panel happens. So don't really have an opinion much on that. I mean, it is just $20. But I do understand why there's some people who are upset. It's just, and I guess I can kind of understand why Rooster Teeth is doing it, because they probably have lost a little bit of money in the last couple of years because of the pandemic and all that, and they probably need to try and make some of it back. But I don't know. I've not really looked into it to see if they even gave a reasoning for it. They probably did, but my new job has just gotten my brain fried. Like, okay, so I did start a new job recently. It is a manager's position, and at least 45 hours a week. And it's kicking my tail. Like, I'll tell you the truth. And like, there are some days where I'm so physically exhausted that I can't think of video ideas. I wish my Let's Plays did better, because that's what I would do until I got physically and mentally built up for this job to where I'm not as tired anymore. But yeah, I've just been struggling for video ideas here recently. That's why sometimes it will just be a Let's Play. I almost did just a Let's Play of Elden Ring and just called it a day, but wanted to do something different. Talk to you guys personally, just about some things that have been going on. And speaking of Elden Ring, this game, this is the one thing I plan to talk about besides RWBY. As you all know, I have been playing this for you guys. I've not been doing like a full Let's Play. I've only been fighting the story bosses. I do plan to play some optional bosses for you. It's mostly the ones that are in the late game. Yeah, you guys know the one I'm also talking about. The one optional boss that I didn't do that I wished I had done was General Radon, but like that fight literally just, I don't know, like it's still an optional boss. It's not a main story boss. So like I didn't worry about it first, but then after I fought the boss and saw the conclusion to it and all that, I was like, I really should have recorded this. I'm so stupid. But I've really just been like, when I'm not playing it for you guys, I'm literally doing nothing but rune grinding. I'm probably way over leveled, but that's how I like to play From Software games. I love to over level. Um, I'm still an old school RPG player. I will literally sit for hours on end. Sometimes if I'm playing a game all day, that's all I do is level grind. I'll put some music on, or I'll put a video on or a movie on in my laptop and just listen to it while I grind. Um, so yeah, and it's funny, because there's been a lot of stuff going on about Elden Ring. All the reviews, all the high praises, and then of course you got the hot takes, which have caused a lot of controversy. There's the whole quantum TV thing. Hopefully, he doesn't come after me for just mentioning him. But him telling people that don't agree with his opinion to go kill themselves and all that, and then doing false copyright claims. It's pitiful. That's just over a video game, no less. And if people don't agree with my opinion, that's fine. But when you try to take when you file a false copyright claim on someone because they critique your really bad and not really well thought out opinion, yeah, I mean, it's come back to haunt him, and who knows how this whole thing is going to play out. A lot of people think he's going to lose his channel, but who knows? But it all ties back to poor Elden Ring. It's like this all started because of Elden Ring. But yeah, like, it seems like everyone is talking about this, from Mudahar, from Some Ordinary Gamers, to Review Tech USA, and of course the Act Man, who is literally about to start a legal battle with this guy if it continues like this. And it's wild. Usually when I watch content on YouTube, I usually watch it as just a casual. I don't really go digging. I don't really go watch like a series of videos, but like, this is probably one of the big time internet dramas that I've actually really, besides stuff that's happened in RWBY, that I've really watched multiple videos about, because everyone is talking about this guy. Even even people you wouldn't think would be talking about it is talking about it. So yeah, it's wild. And I think the biggest reason why I was watching it was because I love Elden Ring. I think it is one of From Software's best games. Bloodborne is still probably my all-time favorite because I love gothic horror. I love Lovecraftian horror. Even though Elden Ring does kind of have some Lovecraftian elements with the greater will and all that, it's just kind of over, like, this god in a way that we don't really have a true understanding of what it is. So it is kind of a little bit of a cosmic horror like thing. So From Software and Miyazaki, they really know how to do Lovecraftian horror right. I do hope one day we get a remaster of Bloodborne or a sequel. I would love it, just because I want another great Lovecraftian game. And it seems like no one's just been able to do it right. So yeah, that that whole, like, it's funny. I've going back to Elden Ring hot takes. I've watched some just to get a good laugh, because at the end of the day, that's really what you should look at it. A lot of times people are doing it just to get views, but like, people who don't really know how to play From Software games and kill the first character they see, which is usually a non-hostile NPC, and then the NPC kills them. They respawn. The NPC is still hostile, kills them again, and they think that's how the game is supposed to work. It's yeah, like, I don't know. It's little things like that. Another thing that I've kind of been getting into I'm late to this party, and I've kind of found the whole story really interesting. Gamer from Mars did a whole series on the whole Christine Chan thing, and I had never heard of this story. You know, I had never watched the content, never heard of Sonichu and all that, and then just seeing all the stuff that's it it boggles the mind how this went for so long. Um, a lot of cases in that whole thing that kind of shows when internet trolling goes a little too far in a lot of ways, but the individual who was the focus of the trolling also doing bad things. Like that whole situation is such a double-edged sword that it's wild that someone who had a big following, but not that huge, not like Markiplier following, you know, but had like just this long, like, if it came out tomorrow that the whole entire thing was scripted and it was just some kind of, I don't know, twisted story, I wouldn't be shocked. Because it's sometimes, if you follow the entire story, like I literally listened to Gamer of Mars's whole series, which is over 5 hours long, because I got so caught up in it. It literally sounds like something that you would read in fiction. Like it really does, but it's reality. And I don't know. Like that's just so let's talk about the new job I got. So I'm still in retail, sadly. I'm not gonna name who I'm working for just because I don't like doing that. Um, but I am the co-manager. It's like I said, 45 hours a week, full-time job, and I'm getting paid more now than I ever have in my entire life. And I actually do enjoy it. Like I'm getting used to being on. I'm so used to, like when I worked at GameStop, I was a manager there. I wasn't the store manager or anything. I was the third person down. But it was such a small store and a small team that you still pretty much work like an associate, a normal associate. At this one, it's a big store and we got a bigger team. So I'm getting used to, like, you know, not always having to be on a register, actually just being a manager. You know, it's kind of wild. I'm still getting used to it. Um, Still stressful, you know, especially when you're learning a new job, uh, and even when the part timers know more than you do. You know, it's always a little discouraging, a little nerve wracking. But I'm getting there. I've only been there for about not even a month yet. Um, but what this job's going to do, you know, I'm making so much more now. It's going to open opportunities for me and Jess to do more stuff here on the channel, whether it be buying new equipment, um, being able to buy more stuff to cover, like, you know, reviews or unboxings, um, stuff like that. Like, and we're supposed to be getting, hopefully, better internet sometime this spring. It's not 100% guaranteed, but hopefully, yeah, that's all I can say. Hopefully, but the biggest thing that'll change if we get better internet is the upload. Like there'll be way more uploads, besides just 3 a week. I wish we could stream, but we have to hit 1,000 subscribers before we can do that. We're more than halfway there, but I do kind of wish it was moving a little bit faster. And I don't know. It's a grind. It's a grind like anything else. There are days I wish that we could upload a video, it go viral, and us be at 1,000 subscribers within one day. Um, but, you know, that doesn't happen for everyone, sadly. So we will just have to keep on trying. And hopefully when we get better internet and just are able to focus more on this, it'll just coming up with new stuff and getting, like, we've been doing this for a little over 2 years, and I think both me and Jess are still not 100% comfortable in front of the camera. Um, but that comes with experience. So the next thing I want to talk about is some stuff that's coming to the channel in the near future, like within the next month. So one thing, of course, is I want to start doing pickup vlogs. Like, I want to start filming going to stores and doing toy hunts or doing retro game pickups. Me actually filming me at the stores, or me and Jess at the stores, and then you know, cut to us back here where I show off what all we got. So that's definitely going to be coming up very, very soon. And then, of course, in a couple of weeks, I think 2 weeks from now, excuse me, me and Jess are going to our first con. Well, no, we went to one in December, so it's not been that long, but we are going to Colossal Con in Sandusky, Ohio, at the Kalahari Convention Center and Water Park. So it's kind of like, this con it's a convention, but it's also like a vacation for us. It's a 4-day con, Thursday through Sunday, and this is the first time we've been able to go since 2019. 2 years in a row, we've had to postpone it to the next year because of COVID and stuff like that. So we're very excited for that. We are going to be doing a vlog for it. This is going to be the first con that we've went to where I'm not fully cosplaying, because I kind of just want to go and relax, wear relaxing clothes, you know, and just not have to worry about getting dressed in a full costume. Like, I'm pretty much just taking my beach yang and pajama yang. That's it. If I'm not in either of those, I'm just going to be like this. But Jess has got got a new exciting costume that she's going to be doing. She's going to be taking part in the competition like she always does. She's going to enter Lisa from Genshin Impact, so it'll be really interesting to see how that goes. The last serious competition she was in was at another con we usually go to, Ohio Con. I think 2019. No, it was the very beginning of 2020. Right, this was before the lockdowns and all that, like right before the lockdowns. And she was Blake in the Atlas outfit, and she actually placed for the first time. So hopefully we can keep that streak going. But so yeah, it's two big things that I want to do in the next couple months, is starting like the shopping vlogs, whether it be toy hunts, retro game hunts. We're also going to be doing cosplay vlog where we go to, like, say, Joann's or Hobby Lobby and have Jess like show you guys the stuff that she buys. I'm usually bored in those stores, so I'll be providing the comedy and stuff like that, because I tend to drive her a little nuts while we're in there. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing that stuff, because I've always wanted to do it. We have gotten permission from at least one place to do it, so I need to be making some phone calls to get permission to do some of these things. So really, I think that's about it. I don't really have much else to talk about that's not been talked about to death by everyone else. Hopefully you guys watched our Let's Play of Grim Eclipse. Jess did not have a good time, and I almost got motion sick playing that game. They really need to fix the couch co-op. Like, add a split screen. Come on. But, so yeah, I didn't want this to be as long as some podcast-like shows, because it's just easier to upload and render and all that. But let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I can think of. One thing definitely, thank you to everyone that did show support and gave, your condolences to Jess. That meant a lot. It was a rough day. And it's just something that's just going to have to, be taken one day at a time. Yeah, I think that's about really all I've got to talk about. Yeah, so that's the end of my little solo podcast. Sorry I didn't have like an hour's worth of stuff to talk about. This was kind of just decided at the last minute. But we talked about, a few things, RWBY, Elden Ring, all the drama that's going on about that. A little bit about my new job, which is, it's kind of affected upload schedules and all that just because I'm so tired by the time I get home. But if I have to, we'll just start getting up earlier on my days off and just recording videos ahead of time. Oh, one thing I definitely want to talk about, and that is the RWBY retro reactions. I'm so sorry that we've not continued that in a while. Like, we're literally at the end of Volume 1, and we've not done it. But biggest reason is just because our internet, like, when we do the RWBY retro reactions, I have to start preloading the episodes before we even record. That's usually 3 or 4 episodes at the same time. It takes forever on our internet because we don't want to just do one episode and then stop, then wait for another one, then record, stop, record, stop, record, stop. We like to get them all just out of the way, and it just takes a long time. I wanted to be way farther than we were, especially before Volume 9 comes out. But if we don't continue, like, we'll continue it here soon. Like, I'm sure that, who knows, I might be so tired out of my mind that I don't have any ideas. Like, oh, let's do a retro RWBY reaction. So yeah, we'll be continuing that. Just be patient if you actually do really like those. Because we're at the very end of Volume 1, then we'll be going to Volume 2. Also, our RWBY What If series, like our alternate universes or whatever we called them, we've not done one of those in a while. It's just stuff has happened. So we definitely need to come up with some more ideas for that. And RWBY Fairy Tale Theories, that's going to come back when Volume 9 is airing. Who knows? We might get some new ideas for that during Ice Queendom. Depends on what new content is brought to Ice Queendom. Also, let us know in the comments, like, what kind of stuff would you guys like to see us do? Would you like to see more reactions of just random stuff, like movie trailers, other video game trailers? Is try not to laugh challenges even popular anymore? Like, are those still a thing? Jess doesn't see a point in doing those because she says she would lose within the first clip, but especially if it's an animal. If it involves an animal, she's done. But so yeah, that's about all I've got for you guys. I know I said that like almost 5 minutes ago, but I just kept on going. But so yeah, RTX is coming up soon, so we'll be covering that. Gonna try and come up with some more RWBY content because RWBY is our biggest, is the biggest thing that gets us views and all that. Con vlog coming, toy hunts, retro game hunts, cosplay, shopping videos, all that is coming very, very soon. Hope you guys stayed with me throughout all of this. And thank you if you did. If you enjoy our content and you're not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. We're a small channel. We don't have all the glitz and glams of the real big channels because, we don't have the super expensive editing softwares. We don't have an editor. It's just me and Jess doing this ourselves. But we're really, really trying to get to at least that 1,000 subscriber mark so we can do a little bit more. And once we get better internet, like I said, we can upload way more. We hit 1,000 subscribers and have that better internet. We can stream, all that stuff. And so, yeah, please, if you can, consider subscribing. Hit the notification bell, click that like button, leave me a comment, or leave us a comment. Sorry, I'm exhausted. And just let us know what would you guys like to see us do. I'm really interested to see what stuff we've done in the past that you guys have really enjoyed. And as always, guys, this is Cannan. Me and Jess love you all very, very much. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.